Hi guys. Um, it's nice to see you guys. How was your Easter? Mine was pretty good. Um, anyway, I'm just saying my microphone is on. It looks like it is. Anyway, I figured I'd do the mobile hotspot on my phone because I haven't gotten a chance to buy a computer yet. I'm still waiting for the money to buy one, um, so I'm gonna try the mobile hotspot, see if that works, which I'm hoping it does. Um, anyway, now gotta figure out what I'm gonna um, paint. Uh, I'm thinking maybe I could paint something. I'm gonna use this color for the background. It's kind of a doesn't really say what color it is, but I figure it's probably gold. Um, oh, I'm sorry guys, I haven't gotten situated here. Okay, now I'm gonna try to move the canvas so you guys can see it. There. Now what I'm gonna use is I'm using the number. Well, it says flat, 3/4 flat. I don't know what that means, but this is what I'm using for the background. So I'm gonna cover my whole canvas with this color. Right now, guys, I don't know what I'm painting yet, so it might be flowers. It might be anything, so just bear with me. I like to paint flowers because it's just fun painting flowers. What I do is on the sides, I go down. I go down like this for the sides, and then um, I go across for the middle part. Guys, when you paint, you, you shouldn't use too much paint. See how much paint I have on my palette? And if I need any more, I just pour some more. But it's better to have a little bit of paint on your palette. That way you don't end up wasting it and having to throw it out. Which every time I put too much paint on my palette, I have to throw it away, and it's just a waste of paint. So now I just use very little, and very little can go pretty far. I'm trying to get the last of the paint so I don't have to get some more because I don't want any more. And just keep scrubbing it until your whole canvas is um, covered with paint. And there's my background. But see, I just used that color. I didn't use any white or anything. You can use white if you want it lighter. You can use white for any color if you want lighter. Black with white turns gray. Blue with white turns real light blue. Any color like that. You can add white. But I just usually I do white with the color, but I figure I'd just do one color for that. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a couple stems. And the color I'm using for that is green. I'm using this long liner brush number 2. So what you want to do is start at the corner just go up, up, up. I usually do the flowers first, but it's better to do it this way, I think. And a liner brush does really good with lines and details. So basically, I'm just making a couple stems going on each side. And you can use whatever color background you want. I mean, I usually don't use this color background. I usually use lighter color or maybe some darker color. And that's a leaf right there. And if you want, you can make leaves before you make the flower, because that's what I'm painting. I'm going to paint the flower. And you can paint your flower however you want. You can start with the flower first, then the stems, then the leaves, or you can start with the stems first and then the leaves and the flower, which I usually start with the flower first, but I figured this would probably be easier for me. Right now I'm just painting leaves. They're not flowers yet. Yes, guys, I decided to paint flowers today. Because it is springtime and it's a nice day out and the flowers are starting to bloom. So I figured I could paint flowers. With every video I do on YouTube, I try to paint different things, not just flowers all the time, but I try to paint as many different things as I can. I try to get ideas from Pinterest. Pinterest is my #1 source of ideas. You can get ideas from anywhere really. If you're stuck on what background you want, you get ideas for that. Pretty much anything. It's better to get ideas from different things. Like I said before, I'm on hotspot right now, so we'll just see how my video goes with that until I get my new computer. It goes real well before I get my new computer. I'll just use that until I get my new computer. So, okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint flower. This is the harvest orange. It'll be really pretty. And I can use this purple, neon purple. And I think that's it. So what I'm going to use for, let's see, I'm going to use this brush for petals. Made a part flower first. Most of this, but I got brown, so I'll just have to use brown. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start for the flower. it's going to be kind of hard to do the petals. In order for me to do the petals kind of flat brush, I usually don't use a flat brush, but we shall see. First of all, I'm going to start this one. Flat brush, but it's gonna have to do. I don't think this is the right brush for doing flowers, but let me find another brush. I have one over here. Let me get it real quick. Usually used for petals. It's just easier to manage. We'll make 2 purple ones. It takes a lot of time to do flowers. Believe me, it's not like a real rush. Can't really rush with flowers. If you want to make them really good, you have to take your sweet time. One flower I really want to know how to do is I'm gonna make 3 purple flowers probably. There's 3. When you make flowers, just try not to put too much paint on your brush like I'm doing. Easter yesterday. I know I did. It was really good. And we ate at the church, ate breakfast, and it was just wonderful. Now I'm going to start warming. If we get too close to the other flower, just make the petal kind of small so you don't run into the other flower. Like so. Yeah, I have to order my computer in the online because the one of the stores up here don't have the computer that I want, so I have to order it online, which I don't order stuff like that online very often, but when I have to, I will. 'Cause if I really need a computer, I'll have to do it online. That's just the way life is, I guess. Gotta do what you don't want to do. Well, I mean, I want to order a computer, of course. I just prefer to order it in person. Okay, now I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna add orange and purple and make an orange and purple flower. Orange purple. You could tell, I mean, you could tell these flowers are kind of different to one another. Of course, they're all different colors. Yeah, you could say this is a spring painting or a summer. It doesn't matter. It can be either or. If anybody's a person that loves flowers, but I do want to try to paint an orchid one day. I'm still learning how to paint an orchid because I love orchids. I'm still adding orange and purple, so it's almost like summer out there already. Feels like we haven't gotten into spring yet because it's so hot. I just don't like the heat. I just can't stand the heat. I mean, I don't mind it when it's below 80 or even 70s. I don't mind it, but it's been, is I'm gonna redo this flower. One, I guess you could say it's kind of shaped like an orchid. My for my honey. So, and it's really cool because they're they're kind of tiny. But they do make tiny orchids. They make big ones and they make small ones. Yeah, but I don't know. I can't. Seems like I'm not doing very good with paintings. My my petals, I get up. Petals are pointed at the end, so it's like I could like I guess I could add white if I wanted to, but I mean you can add white to a lot of paintings if you want, just for a highlight or I don't know about shadow. This one I could add too many petals. Oh well. Um, when I do flowers, I do kind of add a lighter background, but some of these flowers are different. Like that one, that one is different than all these. So different kinds of flowers make them stick out more. Um, but yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, so now if you want, you could put your name on the, don't use a liner brush. I'm going to use a liner brush to add my name. So what you do is on the bottom right hand corner, very carefully, don't press too hard. And sometimes I can add your name with a marker. You don't have to use paint. It's your painting, so you can do your name however you want. So this is my painting, and what I might do is actually I might add white because it come makes it come out more the very little there. See, I just put one drop of white on my palette because I don't need, because this is a big bottle and it will last a long time. I have to use it sparingly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of add white. And I'm using a liner brush. It just tends to come out if you add white to your painting. It's like a highlight thing that we all painters use. We, all of us use white highlights. It just, um, the reason being for that, shines real nice. I mean, everybody has their own preference. You don't have to do it this way. You can just leave it the way it is. See now, and I got white all over my hands. It's one thing about painting, get paint all over your hands. But it doesn't matter because paint clothes. You get acrylic paint on your clothes. It's not a good thing because it won't come out. And I'm still trying to find out if there's a way to take because when I had the first time I painted, I had acrylic paint on my clothes. I ended up washing them with regular washed with regular laundry soap, and that did not that did not get the paint out of my clothes at all. And I was so upset. And then I ended up thinking, well, I'll need to buy an apron. So I end up buying 3 aprons, and you should see my all they're all uh, acrylics all over them. But it doesn't matter because they're just aprons, so it doesn't bother me because I'd rather have them on my aprons than on my clothes. Now look how beautiful that looks with the white. It makes the flower really pretty. So yeah, if you add white, it makes your flowers look really pretty. And you don't have to add white to every, makes it stand out more. When I first knew, when I first painting flowers, because the leaves with white, like this, and you could go back over your leaves with white and just do a little, because you know how leaves are, they have little lines like inside the leaf. Don't, I mean, barely tap the brush. Don't tap it too hard, because then you're gonna have a big old line. Yes, I'm using liner brush. Liner brush is really good with that kind of stuff. And this is what I got so far. Made it look pretty now. And what I can do, if I want, I could go over it again. Bristles are already separating. Get wet and see if it matters like that. Yeah. Yeah. This one, yeah, it's from China. But what you could do if you want, you could add a couple more leaves down here or whatever. I'm still using the liner brush, and I'm just adding some. Yeah, I don't know if I like that background color. It's too, I don't know. It's always good to try different colors, though. See what background you like the best. This background, I don't know. I just, it's okay. But yeah, so I'm just adding greenery, like grass. not flower. It's just a grass I like to add. I like to add extra things when I do flowers. Make it more, I don't know. As you could tell, some of my paintings don't look realistic. Some are kind of make, you know, fancy, make believe, pretty good. My skies, but there's some uh, paintings that I don't do that's realistic. I just like to paint just for fun. I don't know if it's realistic. So we're gonna add now add white down here and brown. And yes, I'm still using my liner brush for this. Now that I got like two things of liner brushes, I can actually use either one. So you can see I'm adding brown now. Brown and white. It just makes the painting pop if you add like grass on the bottom or whatever. It just makes your painting look kind of cool. Uh, Dark umber for this, yeah. It's actually a neat color. Green, you can add for umber. You don't, I mean, grass doesn't necessarily have to be all green. Because grass, there's also weeds that grow with paint, but they grow kind of with the grass. So it doesn't matter if the grass is green, orange, white, because a lot of grass is not green. Yes, lush, luscious grass. You have to live somewhere where it rains. Now that's looking real pretty with all the grass on the bottom. It makes the picture look really nice. Now I'm gonna try to do a butterfly. I've been trying to get myself to do a butterfly for the longest time, and I'm gonna do it. And I have a hard time trying to make a butterfly. So we'll just okay. greatest butterfly, but it will have to do. Butterflies, I think, are really hard to paint. To draw a butterfly, and I try not to use stencils too much because I want to be able to do it freehand.